Hi guys, I have been waiting for this Dez Bryant thing to reveal itself because you know that's really important to the rest of our season, whether we have Dez Bryant or not. If we don't have him, you can pretty much cancel it. But so I've been really worried about what's going on with Dez and is he going to be able to play and is he not going to be able to play? And I'm kind of wrestling with the question of should he play also. You know, as a fan, I go, oh yeah, play through the injury or whatever, but. And, in today's NFL, when you have a short window to, make your mark in the NFL or whatever, you got to make sure that your faculties are working. And fingers are pretty important to a wide receiver. So, and then you have to understand, us fans, we're not going to be loyal to you later. I mean, look at stuff like Marion Barber. I said when Marion Barber was running crazy like that, I said several times that, he's not going to last long. He's not going to last long. And as soon as he started breaking down, a lot of the Cowboy Nation was hating, Marion Barber. Get him out of here, blah, blah, blah. So it's not like, when that finger messes up for good and you can't catch it anymore, the Dallas Cowboy fans say, oh, yeah, but you played those 2 games for us. That's not how real life is. So Dez has to make a big decision, and I guess he's made the decision now to play with it. So now I guess now they're trying to figure out the best way to wrap it or to prevent further injury, because we really don't want that. That's number one. Josh Brent, I'm just going to touch on that. I hadn't really touched on the Josh Brent story because I just wanted to. It's really a cut and dry story. There's nothing else that we could say or would say. The team's doing the right thing by standing beside him. I said his blood alcohol level I just saw was 0.18, which is twice the amount. And I mean, I'm not a judging soul by any means whatsoever. You know what I'm saying? I don't live my life that way. But there are certain things that I have learned to feel harshly about, and that second DUI is one. If you can't learn the lesson on that first one, then the second one, I mean, and then when you know what you could have done the first time, and then the second time you actually do it, I mean, we have to look for another defensive tackle. I mean, there's no maybe he'll come back. There's nothing else left to the Josh Brent story. It was just a very, very, very sad story, and now let their families and everything just take care and pick up the pieces and move forward. But it was just, as far as the Dallas Cowboys are concerned, it was a very, very, very sad and horrible thing to do, and we all have to move on. We have to help the Brown family with however we need to help them or whatever, and we just need to move over from the situation. We signed another defensive tackle. What was his name? His name was Brian Schaufelberg or something like that. He used to play with Rob Ryan in Cleveland. So let's move on for that. Now to get to the Pittsburgh Steelers this weekend. They're a little they had a rough week last week. They got the quarterback back, and that quarterback didn't play really badly. I guess they had the sync problems, and their wide receivers are dropping some big passes, but they are a passing team. So right now with our defense, that's still kind of the strength. Without an interior, we're bringing people off the street basically to play the interior of our defense with a middle linebacker and defensive tackle. So that middle is just going to be open lane. But luckily Pittsburgh, they suspended Rashard Mendenhall, but they didn't suspend the Mendenhall a couple of years ago. They suspended the Mendenhall that's been an average player since his ACL injury. So he wasn't going to be anything anyway. So that now they got their other guys that's going to try to get some yards on. I think they average like 3.3 yards per carry, so right above us or right under us or something like that. So their running game is pretty bad, next to ours. So it's just going to be a dogfight. They're gonna really need the game. We're gonna really need the game. It's beautiful. It's a matchup that caused me many tears when I was a kid for Pittsburgh and Dallas. If you didn't live through those days, it was horrible to get to the game and then lose to Pittsburgh on some highlight that you would have to see over and over and over for the next 25, 30 years. Not good, not good. So I really want to see Pittsburgh go down. So all right, we'll see you on Monday, or maybe sooner. Maybe sooner. You never know when I decide to turn on the camera. But I'll see you Sunday after the game. All right, holla. Peace.